Hello, friends. So I have an update on Enterprise. So if you don't know and you haven't seen my video, I'll just do a recap. So this was a couple months ago. So it was a Friday. My guy had to rent a vehicle because the vehicle got hit without us being in the vehicle and all that. So I drove him there, picked up the vehicle on Friday. He drove it home. He said it made a funny noise. He looked at it, didn't see anything wrong with it. When we picked it up, though, we both looked at the vehicle. It had extensive damage. I mean, this thing looked like someone parked it in between two poles, and the poles were too close together. And then there was ground up gravel looking like stuff in the floorboard. This car had been through the ringer. Okay, so there's that. And we made sure and had them mark all that damage on there that was there. Regardless, so he got home Friday night. So we went and he was like, well, let me sit in the passenger seat and see. Then I heard it, and it sounded like a flat tire. So I made him pull over to make sure, because that's what my flat tire sounds like on my vehicle. Again, this is like a sportier-ish kind of car. I drive an SUV. He drives a truck, so we're not really used to sporty kind of vehicles. We have SUVs and trucks. And even the neighbor was like, "Oh, that's a nice vehicle. It sounds pretty sporty." Anyways, so we didn't drive it Saturday or Sunday, and then, I didn't ever drive the thing, but he drove it Monday and Tuesday back and forth to work, and that was 10 miles both ways. So 10 for Monday, 10 for Tuesday. He had Wednesday off. We went and got a U-Haul because we were in the process of buying a house and moving. And so we packed the U-Haul because Thursday we were supposed to sign. So we signed on the house. Again, drove my car to go sign on the house. We never drove the rental except the times I'm telling you. So then we drove the U-Haul up to the new place, unloaded it, drove it back to our place, loaded it, bring it back. And then Friday, we loaded it again Thursday night. And then Friday, we drove it back up there, the U-Haul. Emptied it, went back to the house, picked up my vehicle to go drop off the U-Haul. Dropped off the U-Haul, drove back to our old place, picked up that car, drove it to our new place. And that was Friday. And so that vehicle then sat at our new place from Friday, from after we drove it. Well, he drove it. And then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, because he had the days off. And during the weekend, if we went anywhere, we took my personal vehicle. So Monday he drove it to work, which was roughly 30 miles back and forth both ways. Tuesday he went to work. No, not Monday, sorry. Tuesday he went to work. Wednesday he went to work. And then Thursday he went to work and then dropped it back off. They returned it. No big deal. We gave him his papers saying thanks a lot for all that. Well, 2 weeks later they come back and tell us, well, him of course, tell him, oh, by the way, we had it inspected by a mechanic and there was strut damage and you must have hit a pothole. And he was like, no, this is exactly what I did. It sounded like crap in the beginning. And of course, we didn't think anything of it. We had assumed they did their due diligence and inspected the car and test drove it before giving it to us. But obviously that wasn't the case, correct? Well, we've been, he emails them, says, no, I didn't do this, and basically explain the exact same story I did, and they ignore him. Then he emails them, basically the exact same story I did, nothing. And then Friday last week, because it's now Monday, they sent him an email saying, oh, you have 10 days to pay this. I'm like, what the hell? So I did some research, right? And I found, and I'll put the emails below. So I emailed those 2 emails plus the person who emailed him and CC'd his email so they see it was him, right? And basically said, I want footage of this being done. I want a report showing that someone inspected it, a mechanic or somebody, of this damage before giving it to us, because it clearly had damage before us. Again, I didn't think much of it, and he gets his stomach in knots. He's nervous Nelly. So he said, fine. I said, well, he's like, can you do this? Can you call? So I did that whole email. Anyways, so I called him back on yesterday, Monday, and I said, look, you saw the email. I sent it to you. Let's wait until Friday. And then if not, we'll put it on the credit card because we don't want to use our debit card just in case they try to take more money out of our account, right? So we'll put it on the credit card and then pay the credit card off. And by Friday, if we don't hear nothing. And he's like, okay, fine, you know. He was better, not as nervous, not as upset, not as he's stomach and knots. Every time he has something, his stomach gets in knots and he barely can eat anyways. So I don't get the email because they're not communicating with me, right? They sent him an email today. He's like, oh my God, guess what? He's like, they called or they emailed him. They called, but he didn't pick it up because he's at work. They emailed him and said, the claim is canceled and you no longer owe us. Thank you for your business and we appreciate your business in the future. Thank goodness. I mean, because it was like, that was $1,100 worth of damage they were saying we did, and we did not do it. So anyways, thanks for watching. You all have a good day. And thank you. I know I've seen the horror stories on Enterprise after going down rabbit holes, but thank you, Enterprise, for doing the right thing and not charging us for something we did not cause. And thank you all for watching. You guys have a good day, and I'll post those emails if you guys ever have issues that are not caused by you, of course. Excuse me. And of course, if you cause them, you know, you should own up to them. I don't condone anyone emailing companies and saying that you didn't do it when you did do the damage. I get it's expensive. I get it sucks if you do the damage, but, you know, maybe, I don't know what to tell you. But regardless, if you did not do the damage and it was not something intentionally done by you and all that, you know, email them and see if they can resolve it. They may not resolve it though, but, you know, I'm here to help anyone that may be needing help. And if you want me to show the body of the email, I can. If you want me to post what I put in the body of the email, post it in the comments. Thank you. You all have a good day. Bye.